So yeah, we're only covering one mat at a time, and it'll flip back and forth a little bit here and there. But and we don't always have all the updated information right at our disposal to give you the stats like you might see if you watch the Big Ten Network or NCAA's. But we are able to cover some action here today, and you're able to watch it at home. And we'll probably pull a couple more people up, I'm sure, throughout the day to talk to them a little bit. Maybe some competitors. I still want to talk to that one gentleman that won it last year at 65 years old.
Yeah. I saw him wrestle before.
So hopefully we can get up him and tap into his brain and see what, at 60. I can't, I don't even know if I can understand why you would do that at 65 years old.
Love for the sport, man. It never goes away. Once you've wrestled, and it's hard to get that desire out, but
I'm wrestling with my grandkids at that age. I don't know if I'm slapping on a singlet. So I think it's really cool.
It's a different form of being
It's cool, and
I
I want to know, okay, what is it?
Yeah. Yeah, we see mat 4 here on the screen. Andy Barton in the red anklet, black singlet, taking on Bobby Sauselein. Another semifinal match here.
And I love
Sauselein
the mohawk.
I was going to say, it was almost a Viking-style hairstyle there. I like that, all tatted up. Nice sucker drag there by Barton. Now he got to return to the mat for the takedown. Doesn't quite get it. Really cool to see full-grown beards here with competitors now.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It
makes it more manly, more burly.
So much. The rules are getting less and less picky over the years.
Yeah.
And I guess the rules here, it's pretty flexible, right? You don't have to wear a singlet if you don't even have to wear wrestling shoes if you don't want to.
That's the cool part about it. It's just getting people on the mat. Getting to experience being in a wrestling mat at a tournament. Should have asked Trey if it brought back any memories of sitting in gyms all day. We kind of discussed that before. Sometimes these formats you're in a gym for 12 hours a day, and it kind of stinks. But there's good memories of going all the time and not winning, and memories of sitting in a gym all day and winning.
You find things to do though. That's how a lot of friendships are created, right during your downtime, right?
Yeah, my Game Boy had a lot of miles on it back in the day.
You go take a nap in the bleachers. The parents go out to the parking lot, talk a little bit on a nice day like today, and a lot of great friendships were formed through tournaments.
Yeah, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your friends too.
Yeah, you're younger than I am. I didn't even no phones or Game Boys for us back then.
Yeah, I don't
the
know
Sony Walkman was the thing
back then.
I
don't know how you guys did it.
The yellow sports Walkman, that was a big thing. And it was cassette tapes.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I think I had a buy, so I was up in like 4 hours. I was 8, 9, or 10 years old. Of course, I was hungry. I went, Dad, can I get some money for the snacks? And here you go. Came back with nachos. He saw the nachos. He slapped under my hand and said, "You're not eating that crap." I learned very quickly, whatever you put in your body is going to affect your outcome. And as I'm older now, I still feel that, right?
Well, and the better you get, right, the difference, the margin of difference, right, for some athletes is so close that sometimes diet can make the difference.
Yeah, we got a good barn burner here. 1-0 score, 5 seconds left in the second period. 1-0 lead for Bobby Sauselein.
And they're both sucking air a little bit here. You see the hands on the knees. That's never a good sign if you're a wrestler.
Yeah, I think this is match 2 or 3 for these guys too. So yeah, they've at least had one match under their belt, and I think that as you know, it starts to add up, especially if you're not in typical training shape. Like I'm assuming most of these guys are not.
How good do you think that cold beer is going to taste to these two gentlemen later at Volpe's Bar?
Very, very good, and I know the beer I'm going to have later is going to taste good from talking all day. I talk to some of these guys that broadcast full time. Like, how do you guys do it? And some of their secrets is, hey, a little glass of whiskey at the end of the day, a little bit of honey in it, clears your throat right up. You come back like a champ the next day. Might have to try that the next. I might
got a stall call here on top. That could be a factor here.
Looking for a hazard tilt.
Right, that's one of the things that I always used to like to coach my athletes when I coach high school is keep the pace high. If you can get a stall call earlier in the match, it's going to change the way that your opponent wrestles later in the bout. You end up on bottom in the third period. He's got to ride you. He's got one stall call. It's going to be much easier to get out, right?
Yeah.
And so that stall call here He's got to ride him for 50 seconds here. That's tough to do without getting hit for stalling again.
Yeah, and let's see if Barton, like you said, both guys, huffing some wind here, and see if Barton has it in him the last 50 seconds to get an escape to tie it, or maybe a reversal again on top.
And and for some of these guys, strategy, might not be the high priority.
Yep.
Oxygen intake might be the bigger one.
Yeah, thankfully no riding time here for these guys, so they can afford to rest for that minute on bottom as needed. And there we go, 1-1, 30 seconds left
Now,
here. Takedown's gonna win it.
When you're older like this is called getting after it.
Yes.
Right now.
Getting after it.
They're getting after it. You got to give them a little bit.
You got to earn that beer, buddy.
Yeah.
And they're going at it here. 20 seconds left.
Nice leg attack.
Oh, nice re-attack there. He has the leg up. Oh, but he goes to the hip. Out of bounds.
Looked like maybe a flying cement job attempt there, huh?
Looked like it, yeah. Yeah, Scott, you just see that, like, kind of Trey mentioned, those bad habits. You saw Barton in on the leg, broke the lock to go up to the waist, right? And you just get weak there when you let go of the one leg. So, just stay on that leg a little bit, maybe get that up higher, and, his opponent in on the leg again. Doesn't have to work as hard to get it this time.
And
there it is, 2 and back. That'll do it. Ref calls a quick pin. Barton celebrating. He's in the finals. These are the matches I came to see. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh, they are breathing heavy. Look at that.
Matt's his singlets down. That's a team point. Just kidding. We're not keeping track of that here. But nice sportsmanship out there. Two sweaty guys.
Isn't it nice when you do things for fun?
Yeah.
It's we talked about that. Sometimes you see that sportsmanship and that fun happen a lot more with women's sports or girls sports than you do with men. Men, we take things too serious sometimes when it comes
a lot of time, yeah.
to